Hey, this is John Young with the Disc Jockey News. Today's a day I'm doing a video that a lot of you have been asking for, and actually it worked out really well that all three things came together today. We're going to be doing a test. We've got the Bose, this is the L1 Model 2. Now, it's not the Model 1 with the round plate, this is the Model 2 with the H-shaped plate, right there with a B1 sub. We're going to be comparing that and doing audio tests with the Evolve 50 in white right here. And then on the other end, we've got the J8. Now I've got my mic set up here that we're going to be recording, and we've got a second camera that's going to be doing the better video and such for this, and we're going to be putting this all together. And I'm going to just let this run for a little bit while you guys while I'm doing what I'm going to be doing, and then you're going to get an idea of what it's like behind the scenes. Now you're seeing across the back of this garage bay here in the office, we put basically these huge pads up, and behind we've got curtains, black curtains and such, to try to dampen the sound just a little bit. So it'll give us a little bit better sound. Hopefully, you know, we'll still have some rumble, maybe with the bass in the ceiling because it's a metal roof, as you can see right there. I don't know if we do or we don't. Not a big deal. We've got, you know, little sub, you know, 12-inch sub, so we're not like when we did the 18-inch sub video, which of course is one of our big videos on our YouTube channel, which if you want to see these videos when they're done and actually hear the audio from this when it's done, you're going to have to go to YouTube and see them out there. So I've got my station back there, so I'm going to be bouncing around. You guys are going to see me basically doing the video and the behind the scenes of it today, so hopefully it's not so boring. Anyway, we're going to get busy here. Oh, by the way, one last thing. We have a little decibel meter here that I used, and I have all three of these set up, so they're going to give us, with my tracks that I've selected, about 92 to 93 decibels on that stool right there. So that's about 6 feet in front of the speakers. And I wanted to make sure that we had a consistent... These lights are really bright. I can see they washed me out here. Maybe we'll just... if we turn that... no, it didn't do anything. Could give me a little ping. Anyway, I wanted to have a consistent volume or a decibel sound pressure at this point from the three speakers. Now the interesting thing with that is, of the three, there's a trim on the Bose. I do not have the tone match on that, just the trim on that is what I'm using, and that is turned down below the midpoint. The Evolve is set at its midpoint, and the RCF is above the midpoint when it's set to line input. If we go to mic input, I believe the other connect, I flipped it as I was setting it up, so it should be set to line. So not that that matters, but it just was a thing. So we're ready to go. We're going to start our video and get it going. Hey, this is John Young with the Disc Jockey News. Today we're going to be doing a speaker test here for you guys to be able to listen to the Bose versus the Electro Voice Evolve versus the RCF unit. We've got all three of them here today, and we're going to be doing a series of videos where we're going to be comparing two at a time. And we're going to be using the same audio track. We set the speakers up using our little gauge here, so they're all going to be about the same sound pressure at this point. Using, I'll give this to you. We were going with a slow reaction and a DBC, a C scale instead of the A scale. So that is set. I've already set the levels and such. So we're going to go and we're going to play a sound clip. We're going to have two different sound clips we're going to be playing. We're going to play one that's kind of more of a instrumental one, and one that has more of a thing going on. So we're going to compare two speakers at a time. For those of you watching, that's the intro for all the videos, and that's going to be the same for all three videos. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 videos. So in our first video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be comparing the Evolve 50 right behind me, the white Evolve 50 right there. We're going to compare the Evolve 50 to the RCF J8. Now both of them feature a 12-inch subwoofer. Both of them are that array technology. There's a couple of slight differences. We have a wood box with the Evolve compared to a plastic box. We have more drivers in the top. These are 2.5-inch drivers, I believe, at the top, and maybe 2-inch drivers, I believe, on the J8. And we have fewer drivers on the J8. So there's a price difference between the two. You're getting a little bit more thump here with the wood box. In theory, we're going to try to see if we can hear that. Truthfully, I've done it. I can hear it. We're getting a little bit more bass hit. We're getting a little bit more of the directional sound where it's actually meant so it can kind of beam down a little bit, and you're getting kind of a wider stereo sound compared to smaller. easier to transport. Easy to transport, but a little bit heavier because of the wood and a little bit larger top. Both have their positive and negative, different price points. We're going to give you the sound test now so you can listen and find out which one you think sounds the best. Be sure to put your thoughts in the comments. Put on some good headphones. Don't use your junky little earbuds. Put those to the side. Put on some good headphones. This microphone should be able to pick up some pretty neat audio anomalies between the two or differences between the two. So get the good headphones and then listen to our tracks. First track, again, is more than instrumental track. So let's get to that one. For those of you watching at home, that was the J8 from RCF. Well, you just did the 2 tracks for that. Now we're going to go to the Evolve and do the same thing there. And then I'm going to switch and then do the others. And then basically we're going to be dumping these little audio segments, putting them side by side using the same ones for the comparison. So I've got to shoot the Bose and the other 2 intros. You get it. And now for those of you watching at home, we're going to do the Bose, and then I'm going to do my intros and then the outros, and then wrap it all up. So that way you guys can see all of them. Just trying to follow the chat if there's anything going on. So that's the test of the Evolve 50 and the RCF J8. You're going to hear a little bit of different sounds. Again, use a good quality headphones to listen to these because you will hear some nuances. I could certainly hear them here, even though I was to the side. I've done this test out here where this microphone is picking up, and you can definitely hear that there is a difference between the two speakers. Is there a noticeable difference? If you wouldn't have heard one or the other, you probably really wouldn't pick it up too much. I do, from my personal perspective, I think that there's a slight kind of a frequency hole. While very, very slight, it just seems that there's kind of a slight frequency hole in that kind of mid-range area on the RCFs. That would probably be somewhere just below the vocals, but there's just something that's not. Now, if you haven't run the different speakers and you're just playing with that, it sounds absolutely fabulous. I ran those this summer to a few weddings, and I absolutely loved the lightweight portability factor of it. Now we're stepping up in price. We're going to the Evolves. The Evolves are a little more expensive than the J8s. You're getting a little bit better quality sound. You've got a bigger driver. You also have their little kind of technology to help kind of make that sound go a little bit wider than you do on the J8. You're getting a little more dispersion on the Evolve 50. So you're investing in a little more technology. There's a little bit more involved with it. The J8 does not have a mixer. It's basically plug it in and you're good. The J-Mix has the mixer, but I don't have that one here anymore. The Evolve has a 3-channel mix in there. You can run Bluetooth, you can run a couple of microphones, whatever you need to do. They've got some capability with that. Both very good speakers. Listen to it. Let us know which one you liked in the test. Put your comments down below. We'd really appreciate hearing what you thought of our speaker test today. This is John Young with the Disc Jockey News. Okay, I'll come over here and say, hey Ron, thanks for joining us. Larry's joining. Thank you guys. We're just doing the live. You guys are seeing the behind the scenes today of the recording between the Bose, the Evolve 50, and the RCF. So in this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be comparing the J8 with the Bose L1 Model 2. Now, really two completely different sound systems. You're talking 8 2-inch drivers up on the top compared to the Bose, which is basically 2 of their radiators, they call them. A little bit different in the technology also because the Bose in the Model 2 have, instead of having all the little speakers in line, they kind of pan them out a little bit. So you're getting a little bit different dispersion. I'm going to say different than the Model 1 is the dispersion on Model 2. And there's a little bit more horsepower in the Model 2. So it's a different test if you are used to the older version of this. We'll put the same song and such. We're going to be doing 2 tracks. We're going to be doing it. One is more of an instrumental that has more guitar and such, and then we're going to have one that has a little bit more of a dance club feel. So that way you get an idea of the difference in sound quality between the RCF audio, this is the J8, and the Bose, this is the L1 Model 2. The L1 Model 2 has got a B1 sub, not the B2 sub, so it's got the older sub. That's all I have here to test with, but it's going to give you a pretty good representation of the mids and the highs. That's what I really want you to kind of listen for. The bass is going to be a little tough again because we're doing a 12-inch sub compared to that, but they're both plastic cabinets, so there's a little bit of similarity there. Anyway, take a listen to it. So that was the test between the RCF. This is the J8, RCF Audio's J8, which is the new array system they came out with here recently, and of course the Bose, the L1 Model 2. Both sound very, very good. The Bose would definitely have a different sound with the model or the B2 sub instead of the B1, or if I'd be running 2 of the subs. I don't have that. I only have 1 here for this particular test, but it's going to give you an idea. Price point, way, way different. Half the price of that. Actually, yeah, about half the price of that. So you're 2 different things. Ease of transportation. The RCF has got it hands down because you've got 2 long radiators. You have your plate. You've got your sub and wires and such. And yes, they've got bags for it. Bose has some nice bags. Don't get me wrong. Bose also has a name that's going to be recognized in your with your clients. That's awesome. But twice the price, half the price. Both plastic boxes. The RCF has got a nice warranty with theirs. Bose, if you guys have heard the stories, Bose will take care of their customers forever. It seems like at times. So there's a lot of, you're paying for a premium price for a premium name or a name that has the perception of a premium name, and they're taking care of you. RCF, you're paying less for that, but a good quality sound, and they will take care of you also. So it's really depends on what you're after. If you're after the name or if you're after functionality. Easier to transport, a little more difficult, both will do the job. This is John Young. Thank you for watching. Put your comments down below in there, which one you liked. Please put your comments down below on which one you like, between the Bose or the RCF. This is John Young with the Disc Jockey News. Thanks for watching. Hey, Howie. Thanks for joining today. We're just kind of wrapping up the shoot here today. Just doing the intros and outros. Okay, so we did those two, and we did those two. So now we got to do the... So in this test, we're going to be comparing the Evolve 50 from Electro right here, the Evolve 50 with the Bose. This is the L1 Model 2. Now, they're two, in many ways, completely different speaker systems, but there's some similarities. First off, they're both array systems. The Electro has a nice array, but it's only basically about half of the little speaker drivers that are in the Bose. I believe they're both using the 2.5-inch driver in that, so that's a similarity. The dispersion on the Bose tries to get that dispersion by basically making it so each of their drivers is kind of angled out a little bit, whereas Electro has some waveguide technology that they use in theirs to get a wider dispersion. So dispersion is very, very similar between these two. And the throw is very, very similar. We got a 12-inch subwoofer here with the Evolve 50, and we have the B1, which is their smaller subwoofer. I think it had two 6-inch drivers in it. I don't have a B2, so this is what we're going to do. Wood cabinet down at the bottom, plastic all the way. Price-wise, much different. Let's take a listen to it, and then we'll talk about the price and different things in the follow-up after the tracks. We've got two tracks. One is more of an instrumental. One is more of a kind of a dance track. You guys listen to it and tell me what you think here at the end of the video. So that's the comparison between the Evolve 50 right here from Electro and our Bose, the L1 Model 2. Both sound really, really good. They've got a little bit different nuances in their sound quality. Put on really good headphones. Go back, rewind this video. Rewind. Is that still something in YouTube? Anyway, jump back in the video a little bit and listen to it again with your good headphones, and let me know which one did you like. We're talking about close to $2,500 cabinet here, and around a $1,300, $1,400 cabinet here. So there's a big price difference between the two. It's $1,400, $1,500. There's capability. In order to get this to be able to do the mixer things, you've got to get the tone match mixer which is really cool. I don't have that, but that allows you to have multiple channel inputs. The Evolve 50 has 3 inputs, so you can do mic, and you could run in Bluetooth for your computer or whatever you need to do. So there's more flexibility as they sit in my configuration with the Evolve 50. Both sound really good, though. I want to hear what you think. I liked them. What did you think? Put that down in the comments below. Which one sounded better? Did the Bose sound better? Did the EV sound better? This is John Young with the Disc Jockey News. I want to thank you for watching. Okay. I think I might finally have them all. Let's see. David, thank you for being with me. Jimmy, you're not even here. How can you not hear? You hear the beautiful highs. Did you not hear my music? I just played a little bit ago. Okay, so we did those two, those two, those two. Okay, I think we are done with this recording session. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and make sure my audio is really good here. And then we're going to come in here. Since I have this set up and it's kind of a noise dampening thing, I'm going to go and grab a couple of other speakers. We're going to do that 12-inch top thing. I've got my EV, the Mackie, and the Serwin Vega. And this is going to give me the ability to do that again with a better microphone. So I'm going to shoot that one, and I'll be back, and I'll turn you guys back on with that in just a few minutes. But yeah, that was the video and such. You'll be able to... Yeah, that comment was taught in audio class. I remember hearing that. It would be nicer with that Bose if I would have the B2, but unfortunately I don't have that B2 sub. Because with the B2 sub, that's an awesome system, but it's also about $2,500 to $3,000 to get that system with a tone match, compared to the other two. You're talking about around a little over $1,000 for the one, about $1,300 for the second, and $2,500. So you could get two of either of those for the price of the Bose. But I also don't have brides coming up and saying, "Ooh, look at Bose! I've got Bose in my car and it sounds great." They say that, but they won't say that with EV, or they won't say that with RCF. Just name recognition for the end users and such. So, good stuff here. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to go check my audio and such, and then we're going to get to the next 12-inch testing of speakers today. Have yourself a wonderful day, and we will catch you later. Bye-bye.